promise why we moved from NHIF, where people were paying almost the same amount irrespective of the income that you earn, to a graduated payment system. The promise made by none other than the head of state himself, and in fact I remember the words that he used, that Harambes for raising hospital bills would be a thing of the past, because the medical scheme that we are going to put in is going to cover health care for all. And there was no rider. At that particular moment in time, nobody told us, Honorable Speaker, that it would be for 10% or a portion. That is the justification, Honorable Speaker, why my contribution moved from less than 1,000 to 33,000. And he was telling us that those of us who are able to pay more should do so, so that Harambes are a thing of the past. Are Kenyans still holding Harambes to fund Medicare? Yes, they are. Therefore, SHA is not working. And there is something in law called obtaining by false promises and pretenses. Speaker, even as late as 2 weeks ago, the President was telling Kenyans that if you go to hospital and you are asked for money, you report that person to the nearest police station. So, on what law was he basing that promise? He must understand, Honorable Speaker, that when you speak from the office of the President, that is not a position. In fact, the law is that you are not allowed to give information that is misleading under the Public Officers Ethics Act. The question then we have to ask, Honorable Speaker, the promise that was made, the perception that has been created out there, whose problem is that? Personally, I voted against that law, and I brought amendments to that law on this particular floor, including one to cap the limits of the contribution. But they told us, no. Increase your contributions so that those of us who do not have income are able to get free Medicare. That is how it was sold. If that has changed, Honorable Speaker, let us be told. But I know what I voted against on this floor. I know the amendments that I brought, and some of these hecklers here are the ones who voted for this law, and they are here telling us SHA is working.
Senator,
and people are dying in the states.
Order, honorable senators.